One of the things I've realised I'm most fascinated by are often the things that are invisible. So how the mind works, for example, how our bodies work on the inside. And it wasn't such a big step really to link that to the work that I was doing with education and creative partnerships, which was a fascination with human energy and how it manifests itself, and particularly how it manifests itself in young people. The timetables that we currently have within schools aren't necessarily aligned to the best usage and best tempo, if you like, of human energy as it flows in a natural day. So in a sense, the exploration we wanted to embark on was looking at the timetable and looking at human energy side by side and seeing if there weren't better ways of being able to teach and learn if you married those two things together quite deliberately.
We're going to go into the school in the summer term this year. We're going to evaluate how active the girls are in the timetable that's been set for this summer term. And then later in the year and early next year, we're going to come back into school after the school has had a chance to give some thought to how they could change the timetable, structure of the school day, the activities in which they do. We will come back in again then and measure how active the girls are on that revised timetable and see what impact we've had on physical activity levels. And whilst we can measure activity levels, we can also work with the girls to find out the impact of what the changes have made in terms of their learning, feeling of being able to learn better, creativity linked to being more physically active.
Girls do like to get more out of activity in a different way. They don't necessarily want to do team sports, they might want to do things that aren't competitive, but still very physically active, like dance or aerobics. And then hopefully what will happen is they'll engage with that throughout their lives. And ultimately have a healthier life as a result of it.
Okay everybody, you've been working really hard. It's time now for us to feel a bit more lively and do some exercises. So if you'd like to stand up, please.
I've probably been less exhausted this week because the activities have made me feel more, more alert really and more involved in the day.
What would you tell the teachers to do to the timetable to make the girls in their classes more energetic and learn better?
I don't think we've ever had like yoga, aerobics before around inside our class before. It's just like we just have PE on one day. So
it was really nice to have some different things.
And I got my work finished as well. So.
And then one knee just comes up on the side like that. Okay, and we'll just hold it for a minute and then do the other side, okay? And try and hold that still. Don't worry if you're wobbling, because as you can see, it's something I find quite difficult.
Their comments in the discussion and so on has been particularly good this week, which may be because, they're just sort of energised. And the two things, it's sort of energised and focused are the two words I use to describe what I feel I've noticed this week.
One of the things around physical activity, we know that the sort of the mental and physical well-being that comes with somebody who has an active lifestyle is that feeling of mental alertness and well-being, less stress, and I'm absolutely certain, and there is research that has been done that's pointing towards the fact that people could be more creative, can be more productive in a sort of an academic environment, school environment, if they're in fact taking part in physical activity regularly.
I used to do basketball in the mornings before my lessons start. It refreshes your brain and makes you learn much better.
I think that the lunchtime activities that we've been doing have been really good for our students, and they seem to be more relaxed and more ready to learn after lunch now.
Well, I think they don't experience that surge of, high energy and adrenaline ever, or rarely. And I think maybe that needs to be a starting point. Feel what it feels like and see how much you enjoy it.
If you're going to get these levels of energy to which there are direct benefits, both mental and emotional and physical and spiritual, if you like, it's going to have to be something that pervades the entire school. just as we used to think that creativity only lived in the art room. So I don't think we can think about physical health only living in the PE lesson. It's about whole school interaction and finding new times in the day and being very innovative with time as opposed to inventing a new subject called energy. And finding ways that you can re-energise an entire day to change how people feel about being in school, how they feel about teaching, how they feel about learning.
Don't want to sit down, want to get active.